like I said, I've been seeing a lot of cars with like weird stuffed animals in the front or the back. Today there was some from the back and front. They now feel not like they're stuffed animals or voodoo dolls being voodoo dolled, or action figures that I'm playing with. The way I time things out. If you see my other videos that I said, I got other people believing me. Now they feel like their cars are being voodoo dolled because of the way I speak with license plates. And believe it or not, the license plate just said I, but you know, that's the way I do things. You can't believe me. I have a video coming out. Came out today, where I prove that the way I speak with license plates and stuff. And also, if you see my video about how a bunch of license plates say GIN and CSI and NCS, like NCIS and NSA, and a bunch of like abbreviations for things that you investigate, or things that investigate, because I'm investigating the GIN, and it's my job to say I'm Jesus. That's why a bunch of license plates around here say JDB, to stand for job, and a bunch of license plates say JC around here, because it's my job to say I'm Jesus Christ, and I'm an investigative journalist, and I'm arresting the Illuminati, and they're all over the place, the reptilian Illuminati, and I found a way to psychologically expose them through these weird, strange psychological tactics where their opposite disorder, their delusions, their disease, their hubris, their narcissism, the fact that like the art of war type of stuff, where I made them think that I'm way weaker or dumber than I am. I made them think that I'm going delusional or insane or getting amnesia, or that I'm mentally challenged. A bunch of really, really crazy stuff like that. It's been for a long time, and now I'm back, and I got them all on camera. And I said I took advantage of the fact that they were addicted to making me feel empty, which is just relaxing. And they think that I'll be more prone to amnesia or susceptibility, and I'll believe in their lies. They pretend to be me. They're pretending to be my dad and mom, my mom, dad, even my dad, mom. I can explain later. And they're trying to tell me I'm the true son of Lucifer at the same time as they tell me that they're Jesus and I'm the true son of Lucifer, which makes no sense. Why would I listen to Jesus if I'm the true son of Lucifer? And why would I be the true son of Lucifer if you're Jesus? I mean, it makes no sense. So they basically want to switch places with me. So I started making them think that we can actually switch places. I made them start actually thinking that the quote-unquote guy who controls me and how I match all this around is someone different than me. I made them think that I actually tricked them, and I put a bunch of signs everywhere in cartoons and everything, in movies, about like Mrs. Frizzle, Ariel, like the Little Mermaid, Fiona and Shrek, a bunch of people with red hair, so that they would be, it's like a forbidden apple for them. They would want to say to the lower parts of the government that are human and not as manipulated and controlled, and they don't know about the Illuminati and the reptilian invasion, the infiltration, as much as they would like to think. And I put a bunch of traps and bait to make myself look evil or crazy or insane on TVs and cartoons, so that they would talk to the lower parts of the government and say, oh, look at all these signs. I mean, it can't be coming from him, right? I mean, you guys can read his mind, right? And they think they can they think they can read my mind and stuff like that, but they really can't. They don't know how I'm planning all this out. And of course, knowing them, they have been trying to make Hayden Lonsdale just like them. They want him to be an evil, sadistic, racist, this, and they want him, who I took over his body to prevent him from this, to be just as evil and racist and horrible and everything on the sun that they are. Which is why they put the gloves everywhere, which is why they're trying to make me look at women, they're trying to make me look at men, they're trying to make me think of sex, they're trying to make me sin. They also don't understand with the whole gay and trans thing that God doesn't hate gay and trans people. They don't understand that with sin, God doesn't hate people who have sex. So it's like their whole life is just based off of nothing. They don't understand that God doesn't hate people who have sex or gay and trans people. I have to reiterate, and they're literally like mentally challenged. They have like this hubris disorder, narcissism. They have everything under the book. They have delusional disorders. They have like I wouldn't say schizophrenia, but delusional disorder. If you look and pause at that guy, he looks angry at me. Why would that guy driving on the street look angry at me? Pause and look at him. I hope this video camera is clear enough and perfect enough to be able to videotape it. I made them feel like action figures. They want me to feel like an action figure. I made them feel like baby little girls. They want me to feel like a baby little girl. But at the same time, they wanted to make Hayden Lonsdale, who in his body now, feel like a baby little girl. Don't ask questions. I mean, think about it. They're pedophiles. Of course they want to find someone innocent, make me into a baby little girl. They want to pretend to be my dad, because I told them I could be their dad if they're just stop being evil, tell the humans about my existence, and do everything I say, because I felt bad for them, that they're literally mentally challenged, and it's like they literally have Down syndrome. Not literally Down syndrome, but I'm saying, what is a disease, a mental disorder, and a disease that the humans would think of as like brain dead? They're literally a dead brain, and every single thing that, like, you see the stuffed animal right there? I've been seeing more and more and more of them when they weren't there last week or two. In the supermarket, at first I made them get addicted to making me feel a specific emotion. And as they think it's going to empty me. They actually think that's going to, and now they think it's going to make us switch places or something. Or that we are switching places. They said to me the other day, we're switching places, remember? I was the one that said I'm not really switching places with you. It's just a tactic to get you guys to expose yourselves to me. I'm only warning them, and they can read my mind. As I'm doing this, they just can't believe it's actually real that I'm able to do this. And now, all of a sudden, over the stores, there's no more, or for the most part, 95% of the stuff that was all, you know, moved around and displaced. Like I said, they want to turn me into a little girl dog. There was literally 2 Valentines. That was a girl and a, good vibes, and it was the only 2 hearts that were like that. The rest were all dark red, and one was like purplish. And then there was the girls holding action figures and looking at me, right with red hair. The guy holding an Elmo doll for no reason. If you want Target, why is he holding an Elmo? You know, it's a little weird when you match it up with what I'm talking about. Stuffed animals right there. I'll look at it just so you guys can understand. Everything I'm saying is real. I hope that I can reiterate everything I'm saying. And, think about it. I would say, what's the normalness? Maybe this guy saw that guy have a stuffed animal, so I'm going to get one too. But it's also everywhere. There's a guy driving by that has a stuffed animal too. Because they feel like they're literally under my mind hypnosis. They feel like they're under my control. They feel like I'm voodoo dolling them. The way I match things up in my videos, a normal human would probably question how the hell I'm doing that. As you can see, it says hell over there, H-E-L. You know, use your brain, put in the extra L, like the JDB. Just, you know, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think it's that hard to understand. Like I said, Hayden Lonsdale summoned me here. If I follow me, well, in that license plate, believe it or not, it says JC. If you can zoom in, it'll say JCX. Just like the cup around here, or the store that says JCX, I'll always match it up. So I go by, and I'll happen to be talking about me being Jesus Christ or saying me when it's a JC on the ground. And recently, I try and match it up so that when I'm talking about me or I, there'll be a girl with red hair or some sort of dog. When I say dog, I go right next to that so that they think we're switching places. And then, sorry. So like I said, everything for a reason. I know it sounds crazy, but Jesus Christ isn't me. It can be like that sometimes. I don't want to drop my camera because that would be very fortunate to happen at a time like this. And you're probably thinking, how could I time out stuff like that at the same time as being like this? Well, I would tell a human or even a demon that, frankly, I feel bad for because they're so delusional and in denial and just demented and stuff like that. Well, that would be evidence of my father, right? I mean, if you had a mind-reading device, you would not be able to see how I'm making all this happen and how I'm matching it up. And, you know, how the hell I do this stuff. If you take a look at my other videos, where whenever I'm talking about me or I always match it up, or sometimes I talk about them or they, and I have a little girl there to not make fun of them, but that's actually the psychology they have. They identify as females. They told me that they identify as little girls and dogs, and that they like to be hurt, and that, you know, whatever, and they want to accuse that of me because they have like an opposite disorder. They want to pretend to be my doctor and my family when I wasn't pretending. They want to make me into them. At the same time, they're trying to pretend to be me. They want to pretend to be me in front of me at the same time as they're literally being them. They act like literal pedophiles and weirdos and frankly just demented and mentally challenged in front of me. I mean, I say it's really mental. You would be against your mental health to be the way they are with me and at me. I don't see how anyone would ever believe that they're my parents. I mean, you should see the other video where the guy always smiled at me. And it wasn't me smiling at him first. I could easily fake that and just go around like nodding at people and be like, see, they're all nodding at me. I wouldn't do that. I wish I could, because the means defeat the odds type of thing, but I wouldn't feel right about it. I don't need to do that to prove to everyone through my psychological, hypnotic, almost a mentalist tactic way to get them to understand me. And I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on this video just in case.